The newest Hearts of Iron DLC, No Step Back, is finally here. And honestly, if you couldn't tell by this picture, or even the name, honestly, you should have been able to tell by the name. But this DLC is focusing on the Eastern Front of World War II, specifically on the Soviet Union. Now, if you've been watching other channels on YouTube showing off this new content, you've probably seen a lot of the Soviet Union, maybe Poland. But see, we are trailblazers on this channel. As much as I like playing with the big and bad countries, I also have my eyes out for the weird, wild, and wacky side of Hoi 4, which is why we're going to be checking out Latvia, because I saw a little focus called The Old Ways. And apparently with this focus, you can swear off Christianity and embrace the ancient gods of the Baltic region. And that is definitely a little weird, wacky, and wild, but I love it, so let's go. Latvia is definitely in an interesting situation. They're a little sandwiched in the Baltics, the Baltic burger, if that's your kind of thing. But our biggest threat today is not our Baltic brothers. It is the monster to the east, the Soviet Union. Is Paradox ever going to update Joseph Stalin's portrait? I mean, look at him. Look at Poland and the Baltic nations' leaders. They look so clean, so beautiful. And then you look at Stalin. How could they release a DLC centered mostly around the Soviet Union and not even give Stalin a better portrait? I mean, come on, Paradox.
Come on, man.
Now, I'm not a masochist, okay? So I'm gonna keep historical focuses on, because with all the DLCs and everything, I'm a little scared of what the world would turn into if I had it off at this point. Maybe we can explore on historical another time, but today we have Latvian things to do. And look at that, we even got new unit models. How cute. But the Soviets still look the same. Feels bad, man. But hey, the Baltics got new skins, so that's cool, right guys? Right? Anyway, as you guys know, there's a whole new railroad logistics system, but we're Latvia, so it's not really a big deal for us. We barely even have railroads. But what we will worry about is supporting the Constitution of Latvia and building a few guns and support equipment. Maybe a train or two, maybe some artillery. We're gonna focus on switching up our economy and definitely going to free trade, because let's face it guys, we don't have anything. There's nothing up here. You know, it's a great sign when you unpause the game and you immediately hear that low supply sound. Surprisingly, the first thing that we're going to have to worry about is preventing our country from going into a civil war, which would not be very fun. But honestly, it's not going to be that hard. We're just going to have to balance different party popularity and move down these focuses as quickly as we can. And eventually we'll get to this focus down here, where we can embrace the best focuses, state paganism, and the wrath of the old gods. This DLC definitely has the most flavor of any DLC so far. Now, I just unpaused the game for a couple hours and they're already marching to my border. What are you planning, Stalin? What are you planning, huh? These Soviets are definitely going to be coming for us in a couple of years. We definitely need some time to prepare. I mean, look at this. Our army, like, what even are guns? What even are guns? They also added a bunch of cool mechanics, like the officer corps, and a pretty cool armor tech tree. But come on guys, we're all here for the ancient Baltic gods, right? Who needs tanks when you can pray to the ancient gods? What a long line at the recruiting office. 72 whole people. And they're gone, just like that. To the front line with you. So we're kinda balancing on a needle right now, because I accidentally spent some more political power without remembering that I needed to do this stuff. So hopefully we don't break out into a civil war, but we'll see. We're gonna be a little ambitious today, and I think we might end up checking out these tanks. They do look pretty cool. We're gonna rush down here and demand Lithuanian and Estonian annexation. We're gonna go to war economy too. Not that it really even matters, because we only have 15 factories, but hey, why not, you know, why not? All right, let's roll the dice. And they both said no. Fantastic. Although that's not really going to be a big problem for us, because we have a much bigger army, and surprisingly enough, we actually have more guns than they do. So say bye-bye, Estonia. This Baltic Brotherhood was fun while it lasted, but I'll see you around. Well, that wasn't hard. Thank you for the trains. Alright, Lithuania, as much as I like your little unit models, unfortunately, we're going to have to take you on back and shoot you too. See, kids, the Baltics ain't too bad. They might be cold, desolate, and have no people living in them, but we're definitely having a lot of fun up here, right? Now you're gonna be tempted to click this little button right here, Unify the Baltics, which will give us cores on everything, but do not press this button, okay? Because the next focus we're gonna do is a united Baltic Empire, which gives us some more cores on Polish land. And we would not be able to do this focus if we were to unite the Baltics via decision. So just trust me on this one. Don't click the button. I know how tempting it is, but just don't click it. Now, as much as I would enjoy seeing the name Thundercross Latvia sprawled out across the map, we're gonna have to say goodbye and hello to the Baltic Unitary State, with a nice new color too. Now at this point we have a couple cores on some Polish states, so we're gonna go ahead and use our political power justify now, but we have to make sure that we declare on Poland around the same time as Germany. And why is that? Why is that, you say? Because Germany will not let us into their faction. No matter how much we improve relations or anything like that, they just don't like us. The funny mustache man just doesn't have strategic reasons to ally us. So we are going to give him a reason by declaring on Poland around the same time that he does, and hopefully he'll let us into the Axis. The Soviets are definitely going to want their slice of the pie, and we could use some Axis protection for sure. I would have paid the $20 just to hear the sounds that these trains make, honestly. And there is our beautiful custom tank. Honestly, it's probably the most beautiful thing I think I have ever seen. We're only gonna have like one a week, but eventually we should be able to outfit a couple divisions, right? They've gone and done it this time. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. And immediately the Soviet Union starts to justify a war goal. And there it is, right on schedule. I'm gonna go ahead and immediately declare because I really need some XP if we're gonna be able to get these doctrines done and upgrade our templates. So let's go. And there's our invitation to the Axis, and there goes Poland. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and join, and there it is. I don't think we're quite ready, so we're gonna go ahead and hand it over. It's definitely not as clean as it happened in real life, but honestly, for the AI, we'll take it. We'll take it. France has fallen. Our industry has finally been lifted out of the dirt, so we're gonna head on over to the spicy side of the tree now. And now we will embrace state paganism. Now, how cool does that sound? Let's go. I guess they decided to send us an ultimatum anyway, and obviously I don't want the game to end for me, so they're gonna have to take it by force. But not anytime soon, because the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is still in effect. I looked away for 1 second, and Stalin decided to just declare war on me. Germany, get in here, help, please. It could be worse, Actually, we're doing pretty good. It's all green. Green means good, right? The air is not green. The air is definitely not green. But yeah, I think we're gonna hold. Oh no, they're all flooding in. Look at this supply. Oh, it's so horrible. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't worry, guys. I definitely did not forget to stop training my army. You saw nothing. Sometimes in life, you just forget to do really important things, like stop training your army when you're at war. But hey, we live and we learn, right? Our first beautiful light tank has been born, and as soon as it came out, low supply. Now, I've been looking around this front line for a place that I could deploy my tank, and it looks really bad pretty much everywhere. Oh wow, the Soviets are taking a lot of attrition in the Carpathian Mountains. They are starving to death. So in a situation like this where the line has not moved at all and the AI refuses to push, I actually found a little trick. Pretty much all you have to do is start charging your men at the line and the AI will do the same. I have no idea why this is a thing, but it is. Take a look at this. So my men start charging, and then immediately, right on cue, the Germans start charging as well. So hey, maybe all we have to do is kick the door in. Now that we're in November, we're gonna call off the offensive, because the winter definitely hits different with this DLC, and our supply is just awful, like awful. And since I occupy most of the land, I have to fix everything. So we're gonna take the rest of winter off, try to fix as much of this as we can. I don't know about you guys, but I love seeing a Soviet counterattack, especially when they're low on supplies, because it means come next spring, they'll be a lot weaker to push through. You hate to see it, Stalin, don't you? You hate to see it. All those men you're wasting on my lines. We got the local province effects, all that red. We have snow, all that red. And very cold, even more red. April has arrived and our construction queue's almost empty. And even though our supply is still looking pretty bad, I think now's the perfect time for a counterattack. What about you, Germany? What do you think? You ready to counterattack? Yes, you are. This is more like attack that was countered with another winter attack, and now we're doing another attack. So counter attack. Yeah, I don't have any friends. How could you tell? Now, we are pushing pretty good, but I think I see a little opportunity here in the south. There's a couple gaps in the line. So I think we're going to send our 3 speedy little light tanks down in here and see what kind of damage we can do. And despite our logistics issues, we managed to get a pretty sweet little pocket here. So I've been doing a couple pushes on the Eastern Front, as much as I can with no supply and no real German assistance. And I noticed that the German Air Force just wasn't on the Eastern Front. And I unfortunately decided to look at Southern Europe. You can see how well it's going for us. I swear, you just can't trust Mussolini to get a job done. And right on cue, right in the midst of winter, the Soviet counterattack. I am glad that railroads don't take that long to upgrade, because if they did, we would be sitting here for quite a while. But then again, we're definitely going to be sitting here for quite a while either way. Mussolini just can't catch a break these days. We are definitely on the clock now. The Soviet counterattacks are going quite well, as always. We've taken Moscow, we've taken Leningrad. It's only a matter of time before the Soviets collapse. And thank God, because I don't think Italy is going to be able to hold on much longer. The Germans are definitely doing a little LARPing down here in the south. They're gunning for that sweet, sweet oil. And they're driving on Stalingrad. Are you guys sure you want these Hungarian divisions to cover your flanks like this as you drive for Stalingrad? Because honestly, they don't look like they're so up for the task. And now that Stalingrad's been taken, the Soviet capital is all the way in Vladivostok, which means they have to transport their supply all the way across Siberia to their armies. And that's especially great because that means their entire southern army is not even connected to a railroad that goes all the way to their capital. Looks like the north isn't connected by rail either. We are suffering heavily on both sides on this northern front. I really like this name placement for Germany. Ah yes, welcome to Germany, in Ukraine. I've been on the Eastern Front for too long. I don't know how much longer I can take this. And as I was diverting my eyes away from the horribleness that is the Eastern Front, I see that the Western Front really isn't that much better. I'm a little worried now because we have definitely reached the end of our supply lines and the Germans do not want to push anymore. I'm really hoping that this is the last attack we have to do. Because, man, this war has definitely taken a toll on all of us. We really better hurry this up. I don't know how long Italy's gonna be able to hold on. There's times when you're playing this game when you just completely and utterly lose faith in the AI. And this is one of those moments. Germany has abandoned this front. They have left it wide open. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, I'm really glad that we have a foothold in Africa. This really helps us, guys. Yeah. Keep it up. All that green, baby. Look at all that green. I think this is it. Finally, after all this time, I think it's gonna finally end. Just give up, Stalin, please. Please. I get it, the DLC's called No Step Back, but come on, man, you gotta give up at some point. Now, I haven't really been showing what's been happening for a few months. Not really much has been happening, except death. A lot of death. Oh, it's over. It's finally over. That took way longer than it should have. And it's a good thing that I decided to put on player-led peace conferences, because look at all these beautiful satellites I can make. We're definitely going to make some beautiful borders out of this. Ah, yes. Wait. Realm of the Great God of Light. Okay, alright. I have to find that one. I have to find it. It's this one. Realm of the Great God of Light. Oh, what are these names? What are these names? Oh, what is this? This one's called Volga German Reich. I'm actually going insane. These names, I can't handle these names. I'm actually going crazy looking at this map. I've had about enough of this pain and suffering. But even with all the pain and suffering, it is very exciting to experience all this new content, all this fantastic flavor, and I am really glad to see that you can take a small country like Latvia and have such a big impact on the world. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Let me know in the comments if there's another country from No Step Back that you'd like me to check out. Hopefully some of the bigger total conversion mods can be updated quickly, because I would love to check out some of those mods as well. And let me tell you, there are some spicy mods out there. But anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.